Okay, we are going to get started. Welcome. As I wrote in the chat, closed captioning is available using Zoom's closed captioning feature. There's a CC button at the bottom of your screen. So if you want to utilize that, please go ahead. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Adam Pearl. I am president and CEO of ArtPride New Jersey. I am a white male in my mid 40s with short brown hair and brown eyes, clean shaven today. I'm wearing a blue quarter zip sweater over a checked shirt, and I'm here at ArtPride's offices in the city of Burlington. I have some various art and New Jersey art on the wall behind me here. ArtPride's offices, if you don't know, are in the city of Burlington in Burlington County, which is the ceded land of the Lenni Lenape. And just want to thank you all for being here for this great webinar today. We have some updates on exciting changes to jerseyarts.com and to the Discover Jersey Arts brand that we're really, really excited to share with you today. We're also going to share with you some information on our current advocacy efforts and on the 2024 Arts Advocacy Day to Washington, D.C. that's going to be happening in March. We're going to share some other information about what's going on with ArtPride and membership, etc. So I mentioned closed captioning earlier. We do, of course, want to answer your questions. So there is the Q&A feature. We encourage you to use the Q&A feature. Please keep an eye on the chat feature as well. We'll probably drop some links into the chat, maybe some other things. You can see that folks are already saying good morning today. But I will say that we are recording today's webinar. So if you missed something or you want to share with a colleague or you want to come back to something that was mentioned today, the webinar will be available along with the slide deck, and we'll get those up typically later today at the latest on Monday. So that's our housekeeping. And as I said, we really appreciate you being with us. Part of what we want to do today, a big part of what we want to do today is introduce some of the newest faces on ArtPride's team. We've had several new staff members join the team over the last 6 months or so. I know that many of you have had a chance to meet and work with some of those folks, but some of you hadn't, and so we wanted to take an opportunity to hear from most, if not all, of our staff. I wanted to quickly introduce, and then you'll hear from them a little bit later, Marcy Peterson, who is our membership and development manager. Hi, Marcy. Marcy joined the team back in July. Some of you may know Marcy from her long career of support at Wheaton Arts. So we're going to hear from Marcy in membership in a little bit. We also, back in November, had Isaac Cerna Diaz join our team. Isaac is our web and digital content manager. Amongst many other things, he does the editing. He's the editor for our Discover Jersey Arts features. And you're going to be hearing from Isaac in a little bit. So thanks, Isaac. We appreciate you. And our newest staff member, who unfortunately for us is not with us today, but fortunately for her, is Vanessa Ramallo. Vanessa is our new director of external relations. She started earlier this month at the first workday of the year. And I know a bunch of you were able to meet her virtually or in person in those first couple of weeks. But part of bringing Vanessa on board was we knew she had this incredible vacation journey planned for the second half of this month. So that's where she is. She's out doing that. Although I see her sort of lurking. I think she may be attending from, at least listening in from the other side of the world. Vanessa will be back at the end of next week, starting in earnest in February. And the Director of External Relations position is a new one for ArtPride. A lot of what Vanessa is going to be doing is outreach to our elected, appointed officials, our partnerships and cross sectors, and really being a face in the community for ArtPride. And she's going to be working as part of our advocacy and public policy team alongside Vince Hall, who again we'll hear from later. And if you hadn't heard, Vince has been promoted to Director of Advocacy Operations. So Vanessa and Vince will be working hand in hand as our advocacy staff. And I know that all of you will have an opportunity to interact with them through our various programs and activities. This has all come to fruition because I think, as most folks know, and Jim, we can go to the next slide. We celebrated Anne-Marie Miller, our longtime director of advocacy and public policy and former executive director of ArtPride. Anne-Marie's retirement. Anne-Marie officially retired as of December 31st. Not to worry, she's still working closely with the organization. We weren't letting her get too far. And not to worry, we are celebrating Anne-Marie in a big way 3 weeks from today at the Icon of Advocacy, celebrating Anne-Marie Miller. You can see the information here at the Vogel Count Basie Center for the Arts. And thank you to our sponsors, Count Basie and NJPAC, and so many others that were able to step up and support the event. If you haven't received an invitation for this event and you want to come, please just shoot me an email. I will put my email in the chat here. The reception from 5:30 to 7:30 is free to attend. We have a bunch of surprises for Anne-Marie. We hope that you can come and celebrate really her incredible lifelong impact and the legacy that she leaves for the organization, for New Jersey arts and culture sector. So please come. Like as I said, the reception is free. We just want folks to RSVP so we know how many folks are coming, so we can have enough food for everyone. The reception is 5:30 to 7:30. And then right after the reception at 8 o'clock, there is a performance by the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra. They are doing a tribute to Aretha Franklin. And we have worked out some discounted tickets with New Jersey Symphony Orchestra. So you can buy those tickets separately. We can all be seated together, but you do need to purchase those tickets. So just reach out to me or Marcy for what it's worth. And one of us can get you all the information to sign up for that. And if you want to purchase tickets to the Symphony Orchestra, you can do that as well. Really looking forward to that celebration in just 3 weeks from today. All right, that's enough for me to start. I'm going to pass the ball over to Jim Atkinson, our Director of Programs and Services, to continue on our presentation. Jim's got some exciting things to share.
Thanks, Adam. Good morning, everyone. I am Jim Atkinson, Director of Programs and Services here at ArtPride. I'm a middle-aged white male with black hair and black glasses, wearing a charcoal gray button-up shirt, coming to you today from my home office in Haddon Township, New Jersey, which is on the land of the Lenni Lenape people. So what I'm excited to share with you today is information about big changes coming to Discover Jersey Arts this spring. Discover Jersey Arts is one of our cornerstone programs. It is an audience development program that was developed in the late 1990s in partnership with the New Jersey State Council on the Arts at the time. The Arts Council is still very involved in the program, although when it launched in 2000, the operational end of it became in ArtPride's wheelhouse. But we still work with the council. We still have meetings with them on a lot of what we're talking about strategically, and they are still supporting the program to this day. So we still have a close relationship with the Arts Council on DJA. However, I want to talk a little bit about what's been happening with the program and where it's heading. So for those who don't have a long history with it, even though it launched over 23 years ago, it's expanded, it's evolved, it's changed dramatically over the years. It's continuing to do so, which is one of the reasons why the program is still here after more than 2 decades. It's been centered often on jerseyarts.com, and it will continue to be. jerseyarts.com had originally been built primarily as an event engine and an event discount engine. So when the pandemic forced the closure of a lot of all of our organizations across the state in early 2020, that obviously brought a halt to a lot of what we were doing with the Discover Jersey Arts program. We sunsetted the legacy jerseyarts.com site in favor of something much more small scale that we could use to, at the time, promote the virtual events that were happening during the lockdown phase of the pandemic, and also continue to promote the feature content that Isaac will be talking to you about in a little bit. However, we are happy to say, again, big changes coming. We really look at this as the next evolution of the program, and that's coming this spring. So first and foremost, there's going to be a new version of the Discover Jersey Arts brand logo. We're doing this for a number of reasons. Again, the original Discover Jersey Arts logo was designed in the late 1990s. We felt like it was time to refresh it. And we also wanted to use this redesign as an opportunity to convey the message that it is time for change, and it is kind of a new era for what the program will be doing. We're also working currently with ArtPride's marketing and messaging committee and our friends at Spark Creative, who is our ad agency, on developing a new advertising and PR campaign that will coincide with the launch of the new brand. But it's not just a new brand, it is also a new version of jerseyarts.com that's been in development for quite some time, that we're happy to finally say we're looking at light at the end of the tunnel and getting this up in the spring. So will jerseyarts.com still feature events? Yes, it will. In fact, one of the most popular features of the legacy site that we are bringing back are event discounting. We had done a lot of R&D just prior to the pandemic when we were talking about updating the website, and certainly the event discounts was the single most popular feature that the site had with its users. So we're happy that the new site will bring that back. However, it's going to be much more focused on original content. It's not really designed to be the kind of universal event engine that it was in the past. We will still feature events, discount events, and events that match our seasonal messaging campaigns throughout the year. But we're leaning much more heavily into the video packages, podcasts, and articles that we create about what's going on in the arts across the state of New Jersey. We will have a robust and comprehensive searchable directory of arts organizations. So this becomes like an individual landing page for every group that's registered with the Jersey Arts Marketers Network. So instead of having to look through our site to find events, if they're looking for more things to do, they can go right to your individual websites and find you through that directory. We also are making the destination marketing work that we had previously done primarily over the summer through a grant from the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. That's going to be a permanent feature of the new website. So we have about a dozen destinations that package the cultural assets in those towns, along with dining and places to stay and other things to do. So that'll be, again, a more permanent feature and a more prominent feature as we look to move forward. As individuals register their accounts with us, that's user data that we'll be collecting, and we'll be making that user data available to the field through our Audience Insights Manager patron database, which we don't have a lot of time to get into today. But if your organization has a subscription to AIM, because we love a good acronym, right? The Audience Insight Manager, you'll be able to get access to those users and use them as a way to market directly to them. So again, this is creating that through line for Discover Jersey Arts. Part of that mission is obviously to identify new potential patrons and then making that data available to the field so you can reach out to them, not directly, not only just through us. And again, this site will launch come spring. So how can you get involved? Another feature that we're launching alongside of this in the spring is a new element on the artpridenj.org site, the My ArtPride portal. This is where you'll be able to talk to ArtPride about what's happening with your organization, keeping your staff contacts updated, which I can't stress enough is so critical to us being able to get information out to you. We can't do that if we don't know who's there. So this is where you'll be able to log in and keep your organization contacts updated with us, which will be able to keep our databases updated. It will also be where you can edit or create content that will feed jerseyarts.com. And the reason we're anchoring all of this on the ArtPride site is we wanted to streamline your experience as folks who work in the industry, that no matter what communication you're doing with ArtPride, you'll do it through artpridenj.org's member portal, instead of having to have two different logins on multiple different websites. So everything will be centered here, even though this content will be shared. A lot of this content will be shared with jerseyarts.com. And again, this is where you'll be able to review your organizational profile, which is what we use to create your directory. You'll be able to submit content for any of these seasonal messaging campaigns that we'll make you aware about. You'll be able to post discount events for folks who are registered users of jerseyarts.com. Keep your staff contacts updated, and obviously more. So that's kind of a glimpse about what's coming. We will be doing a webinar on February 22nd, a Jersey Arts Marketers webinar, where we'll do a much deeper dive into this and how all this is going to function. But for the purpose of today, we wanted to just give a quick overview, give you an idea of what's coming. We think they're really exciting changes. We've been working with various task force and again, our marketing messaging committee so that we're doing this in tandem with the field. We feel very strongly institutionally that doing this work in a bubble isn't how we like to approach it. So this has really been done in partnership with the arts community, and again, we're very excited about these changes. So at this point, I am going to kind of toss things over to Isaac Cerna Diaz, and he can talk you through some of how the content is edited and how it's created. So I hand it off over to you, Isaac.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jim. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Isaac Cerna Diaz. Thanks to the introductions from Jim and Adam earlier. I am the digital content manager for ArtPride. And what I do here is I work on the ArtPride website and Discover Jersey Arts as well. I am a 26-year-old Hispanic male with curly brown hair, brown eyes, and I'm currently wearing a black polo shirt. I'm speaking with you today from my home in Montclair, New Jersey, which is the homeland of the Munsee Lenape and Mohican nations. All right, so this morning I'll be guiding you through the feature content that we publish through Discover Jersey Arts and the messaging campaigns that we run throughout the year. At this moment, the feature content that we cover typically relates to an upcoming event somewhere in New Jersey. And we cover all kinds of art, right? So as you can see here on the screen, you have the Hip Hop Nutcracker, the Rocky Horror Show, and Forces of Nature Dance Theater. We cover dance, we cover music, we cover theater, performance arts, you name it, right? And what we do with these events is we create original stories around them through 3 different mediums: an article, a podcast, or a YouTube video. As you can see on the screen as well, the first one says Jersey Arts TV, the second one says Jersey Arts Podcast, and then the third one is just a regular feature story that we create. So we push these things through various sites. Like YouTube is where we put our videos, and we put our podcasts, on Spotify and all the various podcast streaming sites. And we also upload everything back to Discover Jersey Arts. Our goal is to bring audiences closer to the artists involved in the events as well. So what Discover Jersey Arts contributors do is they'll interview the artists, directors, or whoever's involved in the event and sort of ask them to tell us their stories and their involvement with the event, what they hope to bring to audiences wherever they're hosting their event, and sort of just like what it means to them, right? And then what our contributors will do then is weave these words beautifully, and then create a story out of them. And then we post those stories on Discover Jersey Arts. As the assignment editor for Discover Jersey Arts and the digital content manager, I ensure I have the final say and make sure that every single piece we put out is of the highest quality. And naturally, we still want the audiences that we're reaching out to attend these events, right? We're not just trying to tell a story. We want to put a plan of action for audiences who read our stories. So we link back to the events. We link back to the venue that the performances are being held at. And, that way there's sort of a call to action for people to get out of their seats and, go to see the shows that they have already read so much about, right? So that's the Discover Jersey Arts content, but it's more than just a site where we host our stories. We also feature event campaigns that are curated by us. So throughout the year, we package events that are surrounding a unique theme. These event campaigns serve as a guide to see what's happening in New Jersey, and this set of yearly guides is what we refer to as our messaging calendar. As you see on the screen here, we have the 2024 messaging calendar up here for you all to see. So we have Black History Month in February, Women's History Month in March, the Spring Arts Guide from April through May, the Road Trip, which is the destination marketing campaign that Jim was referring to. It's sort of like a more emphasized push on that because it will be a permanent feature throughout the site. But this is like a a more emphasized push. The Fall Arts Guide in September through November, and the Winter Holidays in November through December. So these events campaigns are curated by us. We run through meetings and we grab events through the field from our member organizations, and we just put them all together into an event campaign. These campaigns will have like their own landing pages, and audiences through the new website will be able to sort of search for events within their area, whatever they're interested in, and just be able to see whatever's coming up. Go ahead, Adam.
So we had a question from Eva, who asked about do we include Hispanic Heritage Month events as well? And so I know that we do, that it's that all of our messages aren't included in this calendar. And I just don't know if you wanted to speak on how we sort of capture other things that aren't. Yeah, go for it.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for asking. We actually do. We made sure to include. It's not up here, the emphasis, but we did make sure to include Hispanic Heritage Month, the Native American Heritage Month, and the AAPI month as well. So we are making sure to emphasize these important like cultural historical months. We just didn't, for the purpose of this slide, we didn't include it in here, but we do have, we are making sure to include those things.
I'm going to jump in here again because we've got another question before you get going again. So Alice is asking, how do we get on your radar for this ahead of time? And then go ahead and answer that. There's another question that came up in Q&A. Go for it.
Yeah. So I was going to do a wider talk about how organizations can get involved, but what happens with these seasonal campaigns or these messaging campaigns is we email forms to the field whenever these events are about to pop up. It's like typically a month in advance, or maybe a little less than a month in advance. But we send them out to all of our organizations, and there's a form that you can fill out, and if you have any events that correspond to these messaging campaigns, and you can fill out for multiple events as well. So you submit those, I get the form, and then I can put that event into a list that I have written out. And then we'll talk about including that into our messaging campaign. If it fits, we'll definitely include it, of course. But yeah, that's one way you can get involved. There's also on the ArtPride website, under audience development, messaging campaigns, you can find when one of these campaigns is coming up, there will be a little button that says submit an event for Black History Month or Women's History Month. So I think right now on the website you can see the Black History Month and the Women's History Month buttons, because those are the only two we're accepting submissions for at the moment. But once Black History Month is like mostly through, we're going to push out the Spring Arts Guide event submission button, and then so on and so forth.
So we should keep it. Well, this is what we do. I know, Isaac, this is one of your first webinars. I'm gonna jump in here too. There's a couple questions in Q&A. One is about how do you sign up to be part of the Jam Network. Someone was asking, they're an ArtPride member, but they're not sure if they're actually in the Jam Network. So everybody who's an ArtPride member is in the Jam Network. If you're doing marketing for your organization, you are part of the Jam Network. The Jam Network is designed to be bigger than ArtPride's membership. Of course, we would love everybody who's in Jam to be an ArtPride member, but the Jam Network includes all of ArtPride's members. It also includes anyone who's receiving grant funding from the State Council on the Arts. It includes the membership of the South Jersey Cultural Alliance, the New Jersey Theater Alliance. So it's a larger network. And the Jam Network essentially is an opportunity for us to get folks who are doing marketing together to share ideas and have professional development opportunities. And we have a whole calendar of things that are going on, mostly webinar based. around jams. So if you're not receiving those, just reach out to Isaac or Tanisha or Jim. We'll continue to put our emails here in the chat to make sure that the right person on your team is receiving emails. And I think that's the other thing, Isaac, is so for most of this is like, make sure you're seeing ArtPride's emails, that you're reading ArtPride's emails. I know we all get a lot of emails, but we will definitely prompt folks with timing before these big messaging campaigns. The other question here was if there are events that are not part of the messaging calendar, but that folks have coming up, that webpage that you mentioned, the audience development webpage on ArtPride's website, that's a place where anyone can put any event that's coming up, regardless of whether or not it fits into, these messaging calendars. That's correct?
Yep. And that's actually exactly what I wanted to talk about next.
Go for it. We did all the questions. I'm gonna get out of here.
Awesome. Thank you. You don't only have to submit events surrounding the messaging campaigns, because as I mentioned earlier, we do have the Discover Jersey Arts, the feature content, the feature story content, right? So if there is an event that you want us to cover, there are still multiple ways to pitch that story or event to us. Primarily, the easiest way, the quickest way is probably to go to the ArtPride New Jersey website. Under the audience development tab, there is another section, I think 2 to the left from the messaging campaign, that says Jersey Arts content. And if you click into there, there's a button that says pitch a story, and please allow a 2-month lead time. So what you can do is once you click that, there's a form that you can fill out for your event. We do ask for a 2-month lead time, so that means just make sure that it's 2 months in advance from when the event actually happens. So we have enough notice to cover it. Another way that you can do this is by emailing me. I can put my email in the chat in a moment, but you can email me to pitch me a story. You can actually, I believe those are the only 2 ways at the moment. But and we do sort of dig through and find events to cover regardless. So and we make sure to include our members in the events that we cover. So we do have a preferential treatment for our members, of course, and I make sure to try and reach out to all of our members, right? I don't want to sort of have a bias to anyone. I try to include all of our groups. So I believe that's it for the Discover Jersey Arts feature content. Tanisha can tell you more about the Jersey Arts marketing things and everything involved in marketing and logistics, all the push behind Discover Jersey Arts brand. So Tanisha.
Good morning. Thank you, Isaac. Well, I'm Tanisha Ford. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager here at ArtPride. Hello. I am an African-American woman of an indiscriminate age with natural black curly hair. I'm wearing black and white wireframe glasses, a maroon shirt and sweater. I will respond to any pronouns so long as it is done respectfully. And I am coming to you today from my home office in Willingboro, New Jersey, the ancestral home of the Lenni Lenape people. In addition to what Isaac was saying about our feature stories on our jerseyarts.com website, each feature story is shared organically through paid ads across our social media platform. And also they're shared through our email marketing, in which we have 60,000 subscribers who receive it every week. We were talking a little bit about our seasonal stuff and our seasonal campaigns. We do a weekly seasonal guide video where it's a compilation of what is happening that week, and they perform extremely well. There's a lot of questions that happens on our Facebook paid ads, as well as a lot of shares. So we strongly encourage you that if you have something in alignment with our seasonal campaign, and we will make sure that you know what they are, our season campaigns are, we really, really, really encourage you to let us know so we can let New Jersey know. So when we think about the sharing, let's talk about our distribution channels. Our Facebook audiences continue to grow, exposing new audiences in New Jersey to your incredible work while our Instagram has grown into an amazing, vibrant place for conversation. In 2022, we reinvigorated our LinkedIn account. And while we have 430, that is a 50% growth. That we're just really focusing on like making sure that our business to business associates really have a way of connecting with us and to gain new friends in that area. If you're fulfilling an initiative with your programming, or if you are, creating anything that you want New Jersey to know about it, please, 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 one more please, let us know. We want to cover you, so please do so. On the next slide, we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to let New Jersey know about our new campaign, right? The new brand, about our efforts as we drop our new website. As Jim outlined earlier, Discover Jersey Arts is set to undergo an exciting brand relaunch in spring 2024. Now, it's aiming to rekindle and expand its connection with New Jersey's diverse arts community. And with a strategic focus on revitalizing our brand and website, the campaign is dedicated to not only reintroduce the essence of Jersey arts, but also to invigorate the state's arts scene. By embracing our legacy and enticing both loyal and new audiences with amazing offers and insider information, we will drive art enthusiasts to local venues. Now, through print, outdoor digital ads, commercials on various streaming platforms, and more, the relaunch is more than a campaign. It is an absolute commitment to make art accessible, relatable, and an integral part of the life in New Jersey. And it will ensure that being there is always better. With that, I look forward to connecting with you and promoting all of your amazing work. And barring any questions, I will hand it over to Vince Hall, the Director of Advocacy and Operations.
Thank you, Tanisha. Yes, my name is Vince Hall. I'm the new Director of Advocacy and, Advocacy Operations. I am a young Black male with curly black hair and a beard. I'm wearing a red and blue check shirt, and I'm sitting in front of a large bookshelf. I'm in my home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the ancestral lands of the Lenape people. So today I just want to put a few things on your radar. First is the Creative Workforce Investment Act. Introduced earlier this month, this is a bipartisan bill to establish $3 million over a 3-year period of a competitive grant program. This will be through the Department of Labor and the National Endowment for the Arts to create publicly accessible art and employ artists and creative workers. This bill was previously introduced under another name, the Creative Economic Revitalization Act. But this is a different narrative. So this one portrays the shift and how different it is post-pandemic. ArtPride, along with 56 other organizations, have endorsed this bill through Americans for the Arts. But we want to continue to track this bill and see where it goes. So we'll continue to have more updates as it goes along. Next slide, please. The other thing we wanted to keep on your radar is the New Jersey Economic Development Authority just released a request for information. This request is to gather insight into the art and culture sector, specifically to have a better understanding of the challenges and the opportunities faced by arts and cultural nonprofit and for-profit organizations, institutions, art entrepreneurs, and their ability to access capital. The deadline for this is February 13th. I know some information went out that maybe was saying a different date, but the deadline for sending in information is February 13th. And you can get more information at njeda.gov/bidding. Next slide, please. And lastly, I just want to talk quickly about the New Jersey Arts Advocacy Day in Washington. This is a great opportunity for folks who have been there and for new folks who want to have an opportunity to be in the room where it happens. A delegation of advocates along with ArtPride staff will travel down to Washington on March 21st of this year to represent New Jersey. Like I said, this is a great opportunity to have a direct conversation with federal elected officials and their staff, to garner support in arts in New Jersey, to share compelling stories, data, all on the impact and transformative power of the arts in your community. Staff will schedule the meetings, so all you have to do is show up and have your spiel ready. And we'll also have a webinar scheduled for March 13th at 10 a.m. that will allow folks to get a better understanding of the arts asks that we're going to be at, the issues that we're going to be asking about, and also how to better prepare yourself going forward and the logistics. So myself and Adam Pearl will be heading up that webinar, like I said, on March 13th, and there is a sign up on our events page. So if you're ready and have already signed up to participate in Arts Advocacy Day, go ahead and register for the webinar as well. Like I said, that point will also have a issue brief to allow folks to have an understanding of the arts issues, but we'll also send that out prior so people can study up. For more information, please go to artpridenj.org/NJAAD. And with that, I'd like to pass it to Marcy Peterson, who's going to give us more information on our membership. Thank you.
Thank you, Vince, and congratulations on your new title officially. Hello, everyone. I'm Marcy Peterson, and I use she/her pronouns. I am joining this webinar today from the traditional ancestral lands of the Lenni Lenape in Tuckerton, New Jersey. And I'm a female with white skin and blonde brown hair. I'm in front of a digital brownish background and have an orange shirt on. 6 months ago, I took on the role of membership and development here at ArtPride, and I'm enjoying working on projects like the celebration for Anne Marie and the upcoming Thrive Arts Conference that Adam will touch on later on. I'm super excited to be with this team of professionals. They are not only passionate about ensuring the arts thrive in New Jersey, but truly want to make your life a little bit easier in many ways. Just a heads up, members, keep an eye on your email in the next weeks. You'll be receiving your renewal email. And if you have any questions about your status, your operational budget, or your dues, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to drop my information into the chat. But I want to make sure that you you can reach out to me and get in touch. Now, for those of you that still need to be members, I want to extend a warm invitation to apply now, especially with the exciting new website that's coming along. I can't wait for you to see it. I know Jim has been working on this for a while now, and it's going to show. That link for the membership will be in the link as well. Our team throughout this webinar has delved into what you can anticipate this year, and I hope you look forward to it all. To review, I just want to highlight for both new and renewing members that being a member connects your organization to the creative sector in New Jersey. ArtPride hosts the Thrive Conference, the Thrive Arts Conference, that is the go-to event of the year. Membership amplifies your message to a more extensive audience. So you want to be a part of the directory. It grants your employees access to professional development opportunities, and it ensures your group is represented through advocacy activities. So please become a member by filling out the form on the website, and take advantage of the job bank to list your openings for free. Take advantage of the messaging opportunity, the messaging campaign, the feature content, and let's look forward to the new website together. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And Adam, you were right on. Come on back. It's back to you.
Thanks, Marcy. I didn't want to step on your toes there. And we are continuing to grow our organization, not just with our staff, but we are looking to bring on a new class of trustees in June, this coming June. So we're going to put this link in the chat, but it's always available on our website. If you have a suggestion for a trustee, please let us know. The sooner, the better. Because the governance committee is already underway. And I did want to share with you here, I won't do you the disservice of reading this to you, but our trustees complete a self-identification survey each year. And that self-identification survey helps the governance committee identify gaps in representation on ArtPride's board of trustees. And these are some of the gaps in representation that the governance committee is looking to fill. And maybe that'll spark some ideas for you about who might be a good fit for ArtPride's board of trustees. And then we could go to the next slide. Just wanted to have everybody save the date. I know all of y'all are busy folks, and we want to get this on your calendar as soon as possible. So the official date for the Thrive Conference is Thursday, June 13th. We will be back at the Lewis Arts Complex at Princeton University. Thank you to the Lewis Arts folks and to McCarter Theater and the State Arts Council and so many others that make this event happen. ArtPride is so happy to be hosting this event again. We are looking forward to an amazing day. The planning committee is already well underway and really thinking about some new ways and new approaches to the Thrive Arts Conference. So stick that save the date on your calendar, hold the date, and we promise we're going to be out with some more information in the coming months. In the meantime, we could go to the next slide, and we're wrapping up here for those of you that are keeping an eye on the clock and need to move on to your next thing. I just wanted to let folks know that we do have a few more webinars coming up. We mentioned them today, but just as a recap, we have the Jersey Arts Marketers webinar coming up on February 22nd, the AIM Summit for those that are involved with Audience Insights Manager on March 7th, and then as Vince mentioned, the Arts Advocacy Day Prep on March 13th, which is primarily for folks that are coming to Arts Advocacy Day. But if you want a debrief on things that are related to arts and culture from the federal level, that'd be a good place to check in as well. We hope that you can join us for those and for so much more that we have planned for this year. We are excited about it and so excited that you got to meet almost all of our team today. Again, this will be a lot of information today. This will be posted up on our website, on our YouTube, so feel free to check back. And we really do encourage you to keep engaged with the organization, both with the individual staff folks, as well as keep an eye out for all of our email communications. And on behalf of the whole staff, the Board of Trustees, we'll just say thank you again for coming, for being members, for being engaged with our organization, and for caring about arts and culture across the state. And stay well, everybody. Take care.